Hello, good morning. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Right, so I've got in nice and early today to advertise this car because I never know what the weather's going to do. But it's brightish and sunny here over at Orpington. Now, this is a very special car. We sold this from new. It's done 5,126 miles, registered in January 2022. Now this car is presented in Polymetal Grey and it's obviously a CX-5. It's the 2-litre petrol manual GT Sport. Okay, and this vintage of CX-5, they did a few upgrades. So this has got the up-to-date current infotainment system. So it's the up-to-date sat-nav, you know, Bluetooth phone kit, etc., which we'll come to in a minute. So these were like the facelifted, off the facelifted CX-5. So if you were to buy one today, brand new, these are called the Takumi now, the GT Sport. They've changed the name just to confuse me. This is what you'd get, which is why I think it's a very special car, because it represents excellent value for money. Now, the gentleman who owned this car before, and I know he's going to be watching this video, so thank you very much, Pavel, for your ongoing custom. Himself, his wife, and most of his staff at his depot actually buy cars here from us, so a big thank you. Now, the car is immaculate, and that's a dangerous word, but it really is. I'd say 5,126 miles, and the gentleman, I've known him for 11 years. He keeps his cars very, very well, and he's a prolific car buyer. He just pops in, right, come on, I want to change my car. So he's had a couple of CX-5s now, but now he's gone for a CX-30, something a little bit smaller. Prior to that, I think he's had Mazda 6s, Mazda 3s, I forget. So this is the top of the range. It's even got air-conditioned seats, which I think is a marvellous thing. I know some people don't even use them, but I think it's great. And you've got lots of other features, which I'll come to when we get in the car. Now, this particular model also has cylinder deactivation. That was one of the tweaks made to the car, just to add to the efficiency of it, because Mazda haven't gone down the route of little engines with turbos. They've kept it good size engine, good displacement, 4 cylinders, not 3. So you've got good drivability. For example, we've just sold a Ford Kuga. It's got a 1.5 petrol engine. To be honest, it was okay. I mean, we sold lots of them, but I do think it's a lot of stress on a little engine. Now, let me show you in the boot. Now, we haven't even cleaned this car. This is how this car has come in. Look at that. You've got an enormous boot. You've got this tonneau cover that folds away under here. Okay. And if you need some extra room, look at this here. You've got these clever little levers. Yeah. And the seats go not quite 180 degrees, but very close to it. And they just pop up like so. Now, the GT has the Nappa leather seats, so the softer leather, so better quality leather. It's actually very, very, very dark brown. It looks probably more brown in the video from what I'm seeing through my camera than it is. I would just say it's black, to be honest. You've got the black headlining, you've got the sunroof. Previous owner put these lovely scuff plates, but look at the car. It is a beauty, because most of these SUVs have a hard life. Either they've had dogs or young children who can make a mess of cars. So this is lovely, and you can probably tell by the enthusiasm in my voice. Okay, so this is badged a SKYACTIV-G. So if you are looking at these, don't confuse this, because this was on the cusp when the model changed. Okay, so you've got cylinder deactivation, you've got the up-to-date infotainment system. Okay, the GTs have also got heated rear seats. You've got USBs in the back here, heated rear seats, superb. Look at the opening of the doors, almost open up at a right angle, which is ideal if you've got young kids, putting them in and out of child seats. You've got these sort of these sort of chrome effect switches, which is something you got on the GT, but it's lovely. But look at the size of that screen, and when we fire it up, I'll show you how that works. And you'll notice, if you are looking at cars and comparing them, as I say, there's not many. This is the first, in fact, this is the first used one that we have had. Obviously, it's not even a year and a half old. But as I say, previous owner, the amount of cars he's had is unbelievable. He must get very bored, or maybe our products are just that good. Right, here we go. Electric windows, mirrors, BOSE stereo, memory seats. This leather is lovely, because there's a lot of leather out there that isn't really leather, or there's only part of it that's leather. I think the Nappa leather is a much better quality. So the other way of distinguishing a newer car is this type of key. Okay, but they were introduced with this key, but this sat-nav system, not just sat-nav, this infotainment system wasn't upgraded. So this has got the whole lot. So if you got in my showroom car here, it would be exactly like this. Okay, so as I say, that's why I think it's such good value for money. So foot on the clutch, press the little button here, the car fires into life. Now look at this. Oh, let me turn that down. Yeah, I was right, 5126 miles. Okay, you've got this lovely sort of backlit, can you see that? Backlit dash. You've got the heads-up display with your speed limits, etc., so you don't take your eye off the road. Auto lights, wipers, they're adaptive lights, they turn as you turn. You've got high beam control. This is superb, the level of spec on these vehicles. Look, there's a lot of sun today. In fact, look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to turn around. Now, on private property, so I'm not breaking the law. There we go. That's better. So you've got cylinder deactivation, so it'll go down to 2 cylinders when you're, I suppose, coasting along, okay? So that will obviously save fuel. So clever thing there. First saw that on I think it was a Cadillac years ago on Top Gear. I'm talking like 30 years ago. The car's got an intelligent engine start-stop system. Yep, to once again save fuel, save money, be better for the environment. Now look at this. This is a different format now. So you've got this list here. The previous one had these sort of little dials, yeah, and you went left to right. This goes up and down. So entertainment here. You've got DAB radio, AM, DAB, AM, FM, DAB, Bluetooth, USB 1, USB 2. It's compatible with all smartphones. Well, I suppose there are only 2, aren't there? There's Apple and Android. You've got a really good navigation system. I've used this myself personally to travel across Europe. It's wonderful. Just put your postcode in and off you go. And it's got like point of interest as well, which is always handy sometimes when you're not close to a petrol station. And also the great thing is, if you connect your phone up to this system via or connect this system to your phone via a Wi-Fi hotspot, you'll get live data, you know, like fuel prices, weather, and traffic reports. So that's really good. Let's keep going through here. Now, in-vehicle displays, so you can sort of, you know, change that all around. Sound settings, I mean, it's got the BOSE stereo, it's amazing. Look at these little tweeters here. I think they call them tweeters, don't they? Safety settings, you've got driver assistance system, so you've got a radar cruise control, so it's an adaptive cruise control which will adjust should the car in front or bus or whatever it may be slow down. Speed limit sign alert, so that's turned off at the moment. That can be irritating, to be honest. Speed limit sign threshold, Driver attention alert. So this car will tell you when to take a break. It's quite scary. Not scary, but spooky, let's say. You'll be driving along thinking, oh, time for a comfort break or something, and it will come up here, take a break. Yep. So it actually, there's something in here that will monitor your facial expressions, and there's certain facial expressions which show signs of fatigue. Safety alerts. So you've got distance recognition support system. Yeah, lane departure warning if you're to veer out of a lane. It will warn you if you're not indicating. Blind spot monitoring. So there's a little light in there and in there. So the outer part of the wing mirrors, they'll light up should somebody be undertaking you or overtaking you. Okay. Active safety. So look at this. Safety, safety, safety. And I'd imagine, you know, if you're driving a car like this, you probably have small people in the car. Or your loved ones in the car, or anyone really. Because, it's nice to think you're in a safe vehicle. Collision avoidance, smart city braking, smart city brake support, smart brake support. It'll actually apply the brakes if you get too close to someone or you think you're going to collide. I'm actually going to turn this on late because I don't like it when it's a bit too early on, intrusive. You got parking sensors front and rear. Look, you can display priority view at startup. Okay, I've never seen that before. All right. Dynamic lines for the reverse sensors. I'll show you that. Okay, so this is how I can get square on in parking spaces, which really aids me in doing the photos and whatnot for the cars. So look, if I turn the wheel, you can see those dynamic lines move, so it makes it really easy getting into those parking spaces. Now, I know a lot of people think, cool, that's a big car or whatnot. Really, when you're sitting in it and you've got the visibility like you do here, yeah, it's so easy to maneuver. It's easier to maneuver. Like I'm about to go and after this photograph an MX-5, small car, probably the smallest car we do, but because the visibility is not great, you're not high up, I find it more difficult to maneuver. Okay, but you soon get used to it because you can forgive it for that because it's such an enjoyable car. So yeah, this car is super well equipped. Oh, look at this. So I'm not going to turn it on my side because I'm actually quite cold this morning. Air conditioned seats, yeah, so your passenger can have the air conditioned seats on. I can have my heated seats on. I can have my temperature up high, they can have it down low. So you can individualize those settings, which is superb. And a heated steering, which I'm going to leave on. Okay. You've got this human interface, I call it. I think the official name is a multimedia commander. To navigate this system here. This is not touch screen. The earlier ones were when the car was stationary. This is not, as I say, this is the upgraded version. And look at this lovely rimless mirror. Really lovely. So if you want a car that is pretty much new, I mean, this will have less miles than our demonstrators currently have. Oh, and I've got the service history here for you. So look at this. We PDI'd it. We PDI'd it on the 20th of January 2022. Okay, and then we did a first service in Jan 2023 at 4603 miles. So you can see the previous owner, gentleman, really didn't do many miles. He literally, he works locally, he lives locally, sort of to work and back. Oh, also look, you've got the wireless charger as well, which is dead handy. I remember when this first came out, I thought, why did I get rid of my wireless charging phone? I've got one again now, so I'm really, really pleased. It's all lovely. I could put this car in my showroom. So, if you're looking for a year-old or nearly new, or even a sort of a demonstrator, because this is better than a demonstrator, I'd say. CX-5, top spec, in a beautiful colour, and you don't see them in this. This is a new colour. I encouraged the previous owner to get this colour because I knew he'd change it in a year, and I'd love to have it as a part of our used car offering. Go and have a look. There's not many out there. So yeah, this is definitely not not worth sort of passing on, do come and have a look, check out the video, check out the photos. If you need any further photos, videos, any info on this car, please do not hesitate to ask. We are here to help. And do check out our reviews. If you've not dealt with us before, check out our reviews, and it'll give you a good idea of what sort of people we are to do business with. So it'll have the balance of the manufacturer's warranty, which is over a year. Yeah, so let's have a look. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the MX-5 I've got to do later. So January 22. So we have, oh my god, 25. January 2025 will be the warranty and roadside assistance. It's just been serviced. We will still put it through the workshop just to make sure the car is tickety-boo. Could have picked up a nail in the tyre or something. I shouldn't think so, but we do that as a part of our Mazda used approved vehicle program. Now, part exchange is extremely welcome, and even if you don't have a Mazda or a Suzuki, don't think you won't get the best deal. You will get the best deal. Over the Easter weekend, I think I sold more non-Mazdas, because we didn't have that many, to be honest, than I did Mazdas. We sold Ford Cougars and BMW, all sorts of cars, and it makes one of my jobs of advertising these cars a lot more interesting. But you'll get the best deal with a part exchange, despite what those heavily advertised companies tell you. But please do punch your reg number in and do all those things, and then speak to us. We want you to have an enjoyable buying experience, and I'd like to say we are a one-stop shop. So if you're looking at this and it's out of regular business hours, don't let that stop you from inquiring. We do pick up our voicemails, our emails out of hours. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching this video. I've really enjoyed doing it. I think I've just missed the rain, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye bye.